Did you know that more than 422 million people worldwide are living with diabetes? And that number is still climbing every single year according to the World Health Organization? Even more alarming is the fact that diabetes doesn't just affect blood sugar. It increases the risk of heart disease, kidney damage, nerve pain, and even blindness. What's truly shocking is how quickly blood sugar levels can spiral out of control, sometimes within just 30 minutes of eating the wrong food or drink. Many people rely only on medications, but science is showing us that natural remedies, especially herbal teas, can play a powerful role in lowering blood sugar safely and effectively. Now imagine this. Something as simple as a warm cup of tea could help your body use insulin more efficiently, prevent dangerous sugar spikes, and even protect your organs from long-term complications. Researchers around the world have been studying herbal teas, and the results are nothing short of eye-opening. In fact, some teas have shown the ability to lower fasting blood sugar by up to 29% in just weeks. That's not a small change. That's the kind of result that could mean fewer complications and a better quality of life for anyone struggling with blood sugar management. And while there are many herbal teas out there, not all of them have the science to back up their claims. That's why in this video, we're breaking down the top 5 best herbal teas for diabetics to lower blood sugar naturally, from number 5 all the way to number 1. Each one is supported by real studies, explained in simple terms, and I'll also share the best ways to prepare them so you can actually feel the benefits. Stay tuned, because number 1 is by far the most powerful of them all. And studies found that it lowers blood sugar naturally in a way that surprised even researchers. Before we dive in, if you care about staying sharp, healthy, and strong as you age, hit that like button and subscribe. And share this with a friend who needs to hear this too. It might change their life. Number 5. Chamomile tea. Chamomile is often thought of as the tea you drink before bed to relax, but science has uncovered something much deeper about this gentle flower. Chamomile contains apigenin, a natural compound with strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. What makes this important for diabetics is that chronic inflammation and oxidative stress are two of the main drivers behind insulin resistance. When your body becomes resistant to insulin, your blood sugar rises, and over time that leads to type 2 diabetes complications. A fascinating study published in the Journal of Endocrinological Investigation tested chamomile tea on type 2 diabetics over an 8-week period. Participants who drank chamomile tea 3 times per day after meals had significantly lower HbA1c levels compared to the control group. For context, HbA1c is the average blood sugar over 3 months, so reducing it means less long-term damage to blood vessels and organs. Even more impressive, the chamomile group also showed improvements in total cholesterol and triglycerides, which is a huge win since diabetics often face a higher risk of heart disease. So how does chamomile actually lower blood sugar? Researchers believe that apigenin helps to improve the function of pancreatic beta cells, the cells that produce insulin. By protecting these cells from oxidative damage, chamomile helps them continue to release insulin properly. On top of that, chamomile reduces the activity of an enzyme called aldose reductase, which is responsible for turning excess glucose into sorbitol. Too much sorbitol buildup in tissues is one reason diabetics develop nerve damage and eye problems. By blocking this enzyme, chamomile acts almost like a shield for your nerves and eyes. The best way to prepare chamomile tea is by steeping 2 teaspoons of dried chamomile flowers in hot water for about 5 minutes. To maximize benefits, avoid boiling chamomile directly because excessive heat can destroy its delicate antioxidants. Adding a squeeze of lemon can enhance both flavor and absorption of beneficial compounds. For blood sugar benefits, consistency is key. Drinking it daily after meals seems to be the most effective routine. Chamomile may not be the strongest tea on this list, but its gentle, protective effects make it a wonderful addition for diabetics looking to prevent complications while enjoying a calming, soothing drink. Number 4. Ginger tea. When most people think of ginger, they imagine using it for stomach upset or colds, but this spicy root has remarkable effects on blood sugar regulation. Ginger contains gingerols and shogols, bioactive compounds that don't just fight inflammation but also improve glucose metabolism. In simpler terms, ginger helps your body move sugar from your bloodstream into your cells more effectively, preventing dangerous spikes. A randomized clinical trial published in the Iranian Journal of Pharmaceutical Research studied 64 type 2 diabetic patients who were given 2 grams of ginger powder daily for 12 weeks. The results were striking. Fasting blood sugar dropped by 12%, and HbA1c levels were reduced by 10% compared to the control group. Additionally, insulin sensitivity improved significantly, meaning their bodies could actually use insulin more effectively rather than letting sugar build up in the bloodstream. So why does ginger have this effect? Scientists discovered that ginger enhances the activity of enzymes responsible for breaking down carbohydrates into glucose. By slowing down how fast glucose enters the bloodstream, ginger prevents sharp spikes after meals. Furthermore, gingerol increases the expression of GLUT4, a transporter protein that acts like a doorway for glucose to enter cells, particularly muscle cells. Think of it like opening more doors for sugar to leave your bloodstream and fuel your muscles. This not only lowers blood sugar, but can also improve energy levels. Beyond blood sugar, ginger has another big benefit for diabetics. It reduces oxidative stress in the liver. The liver plays a central role in glucose storage and release, and when it's under stress, it tends to release too much glucose into the bloodstream. By calming oxidative stress, ginger helps stabilize this process, keeping blood sugar more balanced throughout the day. Preparing ginger tea is simple yet powerful. Fresh ginger root works best. Slice about 1 to 2 inches of peeled ginger, simmer it in water for 10 minutes, then strain. The heat helps release gingerol into the tea, giving it both its spicy flavor and medicinal strength. You can also add cinnamon or lemon to boost its blood sugar lowering effects. Drinking ginger tea before or after meals can help blunt the post-meal sugar spikes that are often the hardest to control. One thing to note is that ginger can slightly thin the blood, so people taking blood-thinning medications should consult their doctor before making it a daily habit. But for most diabetics, ginger tea is not just a warming, invigorating drink. It's a daily ally against high blood sugar and its complications. Number 3. Cinnamon tea. Cinnamon is one of the most popular spices in the world, often used in desserts and baked goods, but for diabetics, it's far more than just a flavor enhancer. Cinnamon contains compounds called cinnamaldehyde and procyanidins, which have been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. Insulin sensitivity refers to how effectively your body responds to insulin, the hormone that allows glucose to enter your cells. When sensitivity improves, less insulin is needed to control blood sugar, and this helps prevent the constant high sugar levels that damage blood vessels and organs. One clinical trial published in Diabetes Care tested cinnamon supplementation in type 2 diabetics over a 40-day period. Participants consumed between 1 and 6 grams of cinnamon daily, and by the end of the study, fasting blood glucose levels had dropped by 18 to 29%, triglycerides decreased by 23 to 30%, LDL cholesterol fell by 7 to 27%, and total cholesterol dropped by 12 to 26%. These are massive improvements, especially when compared to many pharmaceutical drugs, and yet cinnamon managed it with virtually no side effects. Cinnamon works in several ways. First, it mimics the action of insulin by activating insulin receptors on cells, essentially nudging the body to allow more glucose to enter. Second, it slows the breakdown of carbohydrates in the digestive tract, which reduces how quickly sugar enters the bloodstream after a meal. Third, cinnamon is loaded with antioxidants, which fight free radicals that worsen insulin resistance. This triple action effect makes cinnamon one of the most powerful natural blood sugar regulators. When it comes to tea, both Ceylon cinnamon, also called true cinnamon, and cassia cinnamon are used. Cassia is more common and stronger in flavor, but it contains higher levels of a compound called coumarin, which in large amounts may harm the liver. For daily use, Ceylon cinnamon is the safer choice. To prepare cinnamon tea, simply place a 1 or 2-inch stick of cinnamon into boiling water. Let it simmer for 10 minutes, then allow it to steep for another 10 before drinking. Some people also add a pinch of ground cinnamon at the end for extra potency. Drinking cinnamon tea after meals is especially beneficial because it directly reduces postprandial blood sugar spikes, the sudden surges that occur right after eating. And for people who crave sweetness, cinnamon tea offers a natural, sugar-free way to satisfy the taste buds without harming blood sugar control. This makes it not only a therapeutic drink, but also a practical daily habit for diabetics who want something comforting yet effective. If this is helpful so far, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-backed tips to keep you thriving at any age. And hey, share it with someone you love so they can make smarter choices too. Number 2. Green tea. Green tea has been consumed for thousands of years, especially in Asia. But modern science has given us a clearer picture of why it's so effective for managing blood sugar. The secret lies in its rich concentration of catechins, especially epigallocatechin gallate, EGCG, which has profound effects on metabolism, fat burning, and glucose regulation. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition examined the effects of green tea on insulin sensitivity and glucose levels. Researchers found that consuming green tea daily for 12 weeks led to a 13% improvement in insulin sensitivity and a significant reduction in fasting blood glucose. Another study involving over 17,000 Japanese adults discovered that those who drank at least 6 cups of green tea per day had a 33% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to those who drank less than 1 cup. These results are incredibly significant when you consider the sheer size of the study. So how exactly does green tea lower blood sugar? EGCG works by improving how glucose is absorbed into muscle cells while also decreasing glucose production in the liver. The liver is responsible for releasing stored glucose into the bloodstream, and in diabetics, this process often becomes excessive. By calming this overproduction, green tea helps keep blood sugar steady, even during fasting states. In addition, green tea increases fat oxidation, which helps diabetics who are overweight manage both their weight and blood sugar together. Green tea also reduces inflammation in blood vessels, which is crucial for diabetics since high blood sugar often damages arteries and raises the risk of heart disease. Studies even suggest that EGCG protects pancreatic beta cells from deterioration, which is vital for long-term blood sugar control. The best way to prepare green tea is by steeping 1 teaspoon of high-quality green tea leaves in water heated to around 80 degrees Celsius, 175 degrees Fahrenheit. If the water is too hot, it can destroy delicate catechins and make the tea bitter. Steeping for about 2 to 3 minutes is ideal. For added flavor and enhanced blood sugar benefits, a squeeze of lemon can boost the absorption of catechins. Drinking 2 to 3 cups per day is a reasonable goal for most people. Green tea may not be as sweet-tasting as cinnamon or as calming as chamomile, but when it comes to sheer scientific backing, it stands tall as one of the most powerful herbal allies against diabetes. It works quietly, consistently, and with benefits that extend beyond blood sugar to weight, cholesterol, and cardiovascular health. Number 1. Bitter melon tea. And now we've reached number 1, the most powerful herbal tea for diabetics to lower blood sugar naturally, bitter melon tea. Bitter melon, also known as Momordica charintia, is a fruit that resembles a bumpy cucumber and is widely used in Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean as both food and medicine. It has earned the nickname vegetable insulin because of its potent effects on lowering blood glucose. A study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology tested bitter melon extract on type 2 diabetics and found that it significantly lowered fasting blood sugar levels, in some cases by 20% within just 4 weeks. Another clinical trial in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health showed that bitter melon tea consumption improved glucose tolerance and reduced HbA1c levels in type 2 diabetic patients. Researchers concluded that bitter melon works through multiple mechanisms, almost mimicking insulin itself. Bitter melon contains three key compounds: carotene, visine, and polypeptide. Carotene has been shown to lower blood sugar by increasing glucose uptake in muscle and liver cells. Visine has a similar effect, but polypeptide P is especially interesting. It acts like insulin in the body, directly helping glucose move into cells. When combined, these compounds create a powerful effect that reduces both fasting and post-meal blood sugar spikes. On top of that, bitter melon suppresses an enzyme called glucose 6-phosphatase, which plays a role in the liver's release of glucose into the bloodstream. By reducing this enzyme's activity, bitter melon prevents excessive sugar buildup, something that diabetics often struggle with. Preparing bitter melon tea is straightforward. You can use dried slices of the fruit or tea bags commonly sold in health food stores. Simply steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried bitter melon in hot water for about 5 to 10 minutes. The taste is, as the name suggests, quite bitter, but this is where its potency lies. Many people add a slice of lemon or mix it with green tea to balance the flavor while still getting the full benefits. Drinking 1 to 2 cups per day is usually enough, but like with all potent remedies, consistency matters. Bitter melon tea stands out not only because of its strength, but because it directly tackles the underlying problem of diabetes, the inability to use insulin properly. It doesn't just manage blood sugar, it actively supports the body in doing the job insulin was meant to do. That's why it earns the top spot on this list. So there you have it, the top 5 herbal teas for diabetics to lower blood sugar naturally. Chamomile protects your nerves and eyes while calming inflammation. Ginger improves insulin sensitivity and digestion. Cinnamon acts as a sweet balancer with dramatic results on glucose and cholesterol. Green tea provides antioxidant protection and long-term risk reduction. And bitter melon tea takes the crown by acting almost like natural insulin. What's incredible is that all of these teas are not only scientifically supported, but also easy to prepare and enjoy daily. They're not magic bullets, and they should never replace prescribed medications, but when used alongside a healthy diet and lifestyle, they can make a real difference. For diabetics, every small improvement in blood sugar control adds up, reducing the risk of complications and improving quality of life. The key takeaway is consistency. Herbal teas work gradually, building their effects over weeks and months. So the benefits are strongest when they're part of your daily routine. Whether you choose one tea or rotate through several, these natural remedies offer a safe, enjoyable, and effective way to support better blood sugar control. If you found this eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. You never know, it could be the nudge someone else needs to take control of their health today. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these herbal teas are you most excited to try for your blood sugar? Or do you already have a favorite tea that's helped you manage diabetes naturally? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.